Today, I'll be telling you whether the Fate banners are worth pulling for or not and who you should pick from the free character selector shenanigans. I remember in beta they used to be called broken, but a lot has changed since then. But before that, if you're saving up those stellar jades for the next big banner, then listen up. I've got the ultimate plug, and it's called Kardz. Why pay full price when you can get way more bang for your buck? Check this out. That's 6,480 Oniric Shard Pack. Normally it's $100, but with Kardz new user discount, you can snag it for just $82 USD. That's a solid 21% off. And the monthly pass? It's only $4. Every single gift pack gets a juicy discount too. Talk about a steal. But here's the best part. They've got self-service top-up now. No waiting in line and no annoying customer service. Just log into your game and boom! Your currency hits your accounts in under a minute. Fast, secure, and totally safe. I've been using Kardz for ages and never had a single issue. Payments is a breeze as well, super convenient, just like ordering takeout. I always get my best deals on Kardz. Honestly, it's my secret piggy bank for Star Rail. So, if you're tired of burning your wallet on the official store, just use the link in the description to save some money. Trust me, your future self will thank you. Oh, and there's even a summer sale going on right now. First up with Rin, there's quite a lot of talk about her being a standalone main DPS in beta, but in reality, you're still better off running her with Archer more often than not. She has some of the fastest RTA clears, which means the real-world time taken for clears is significantly lower than other characters due to how short her animations generally are. This means you can effectively kill a boss in under minutes, whereas even something like Monorem would take longer in that. That's a nice gimmick, but at the end of the day, we're playing a turn-based game. AV-wise, you can't set it up during a 0 AV, and in a 0 cycle, if the boss you're fighting managed to tank the initial hits, then your clear wouldn't be that special anymore. To put it simply, Rin as a DPS is decent, but at the end of the day, it's just a gimmick and she's still better with Archer. She's so good with Archer that she's his best cost investment, even making his E1 kinda worse value than before. He isn't going to beat Himiko or Monorem anytime soon, even with Rin due to his weakness when trying to min-max AV usage, but he's still going to stomp units like Silver Waste. Archer's AV usage isn't even much of a weakness, it's just about the same as most DPS's. Instead of being super broken at shaving AV like Evanescia, Himiko, or Monorem. To put it simply, pull Ren if you love her enough to be fine with a decent DPS that can do fun gimmick runs, or if you have Archer, she's a must pull if you use Archer. Otherwise, just pull Himiko. In fact, I feel like everyone should just pull Himiko, but that's just personal bias. Next, we have Gilgamesh, or Gilgamesh. This unit is the most butchered unit in existence, even worse than Ashfield's butchering half a year ago, but there's probably a reason for that. Since Ashfield actually became ridiculously OP with Mortonak's blade, one can infer that Gilga was nerfed due to whatever future unit they're releasing to compensate that power loss. Sunday's ult is actually AoE in Currency Wars, so there's a good chance that his Nova Flare will allow him to do the same, and if he can, then he'll be a huge boost to the Dual Kings comp, pushing them back up to where they were before Gilga got nerfed. Even the next unit, Robin, is already a pretty good buff for that comp. So, in the end, should you pick Gilga or Archer? Once again, it depends. If you have Saber, then go for Gilga. If you don't, then go for Archer. In this game, it's always better to prioritize vertical investment and making an existing stronger than to split your resources. Despite all the memes and nerfs and everything in between, Gilga is still the best support for Saber. He's pretty weak as a main DPS and needs to be wheelchaired by Ashvale and Mortonak's blade, but that has nothing to do with anything at the end of the day, since that was never his role in the first place. This Fate collab is generally really cut and dry. It's easy to see what to pull for and what not to pull for from a meta perspective. I do believe they'll fix his issues because the V1 nerfs were actually necessary due to synergy with RMC, so as long as they can fix it in a way that blocks RMC from being used to loop Gilga and Saber, then the V1 strength is fine. All in all, if you're solely just in it for the meta and shit, just pull for Himiko. She's the second strongest team and the strongest DPS in vacuum. I said in beta Himiko was weaker than Fates, but that was mainly due to the bullshit Gilga was pulling off in V1, like with the loop and stuff. But as of right now, Himiko is much stronger than Fates, while being the most flexible DPS to ever released. Last year, we had outsiders like Saber and Archer outshining and stomping the main push of the version. This year, it's the opposite. HSR won. That's all for today, and I'll see you in the next one.